Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things that we love. If you're joining us not on Patreon, then you have missed out on the pre-show where we drank the new Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. What do we think? You'll have to tune in and find out. Over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. Maggie, speaking of patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, did you know that you can get extended videos? You can get exclusive TV shows. You can get
exclusive TV shows?
Exclusive videos from us. Maybe not TV shows. If you're watching it on your TV, they are shows, so technically it's a TV show. I don't know. But yeah, go check it out. You can also follow us on all the things that listed at the bottom of the screen, including TikTok and Twitter, at Hopefully Awesome. But yeah, so that's a little bit of an intro for us. This is, of course, the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where we just kind of nerd out with each other and recap some of the previous week's news stories and fun things, and just kind of catch up and hang out for about an hour. No, you're fine. Yeah, Maggie, how's your week going? Now that we're at the end of it.
Well, I had a week off.
Oh yeah, spring break.
Forever gone.
Do you remember the spring break song from The Lonely Island?
No. Honey, I didn't listen to him a whole lot. Like, I didn't have the album or anything.
It was really good.
And also didn't watch Saturday Night Live a whole lot.
The music video
during that time
is a Between Two Ferns sketch. Yeah. We'll have to watch that later. It's really good. Yeah, I was sick.
Yeah.
That sucked. Not COVID again. This is from last week, so if you didn't listen last week, just to be clear, did not have COVID. It was a whole bunch of allergies and stuff. Sinus infections. Yeah. Still kind of getting over it, but I think I'm on the other side. We'll find out for sure. But we don't have to get into any of that. But yeah, it's April. It was a Good Friday. It's Easter weekend. We're recording this on Saturday, so we're getting ready to color some eggs and maybe go.
Yeah, we got my mom gave me the really cool thing. You know, you put an egg and it spins and you can put the marker on it. I'm so excited.
It is pretty cool. We'll check it out.
I'm so excited to use it. After seeing all those TikTok videos, I'm so excited to use it.
It does look really cool. I think we should go to the mall and beat the crap out of an Easter bunny. Jay and Silent Bob style. This is for Brody.
One of my students told me that the other day because I read a book about the Easter Bunny one morning, and he said, Mrs. Bryant, when I was little, I got to meet the Easter Bunny, and I had my picture taken with him. I was like, "Aw," I said, "That's great, buddy." But I just love how he was telling it to him, just like it's for real.
Yeah, it was. It was the real Easter Bunny.
It is the real Easter Bunny, Mrs. Bryant.
How come Easter bunnies lay eggs? Have we ever figured that out?
I don't know.
Like, because bunnies don't lay eggs.
I'm still trying to figure out the bunnies that Viv has sound like chickens. I don't know.
But that's also.
But the Cadbury bunny does that because of the tryouts, you know.
Maybe they sound like chickens because they lay eggs. Like in the continuity of the Cadbury. In the Cadbury continuity.
Okay, we had a pet rabbit when I was younger, and it was white. We named it Snowball.
Oh,
he was cute.
Yeah. Did he have the number 8 painted on his side?
No, and he his nose, twitched all the time like bunnies do, and so I don't really remember him making noises. Now I know we caught a wild bunny one time, and caught it. Mom caught it with her own hands.
Oh God!
And it squealed.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't think bunnies made noises like that.
Wasn't there like a were rabbit?
Are you talking about that claymation junk?
Oh no, I'm definitely not.
Yeah, it's were rabbit. Yeah, that's the were rabbit. That's God. Wallace and Gromit meet the were rabbit.
I'm just not a fan of that. Of any of that. The Chicken Run, the one where it's the Bigfoot, but it's Hugh Jackman. I'm not a fan. Not a mad fan.
Sean Sheep.
Wasn't it called the Missing Link? Wasn't that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just not
Sean
a fan.
Sheep.
I don't know. Don't like them.
No,
I think it's because they remind me of those crappy Christmas claymation things I used to have to watch.
Yeah.
You okay? It's the Flaming Hot Mountain Dew getting you.
It's like when I'm burping.
Yeah.
It's like fire.
Shut up in your bones.
And like it's not acid.
Right. It's just hot.
It's hot.
It's like
because I know if it's acid, I'd be running out here getting tons.
Like Paris Hilton. That's hot. There you go. There's a
you
2000s
don't
reference.
Want me to do that.
No. All right. So let's get into the new.
The Roxbury.
The Roxbury. All right, Maggie. So Maggie doesn't know any of the stories I'm going to cover.
Man. She's not cool.
You know some of the stories, like, because you've seen them throughout the week, but you don't know which ones I'm going to talk about. So this first one just dropped this morning, okay?
Oh, God. Where rabbits are real.
No. I wish. HBO Max casts KJ Apa, Archie from Riverdale.
Oh, no.
And Isabel May from 1883. No idea what that is.
I've heard of 1883.
Yeah, and it has something to do with like long.
It has something to do with Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, that's what it is.
But I've heard it's actually better than Yellowstone.
HBO Max cast KJ Apa and Isabel May as the Wonder Twins for new HBO Max comedy series. Now, it is. Yes, it does.
It's coming to fruition.
It does specifically say comedy series, so I don't know. God. I don't know if it means comedy in the way like Peacemaker was a comedy, but like it's still an actual show.
Yeah.
Or if like they mean like remember that one? What was that one? Powerless. Was that one? That one?
Yeah,
was on NBC?
But the damage control stuff.
Yeah,
and well, it wasn't Marvel's damage control. It was DC's.
Yeah, and version. It had what's his name from all the Disney stuff and
a
Leaf on the Wind.
Yeah,
he was like Bruce Wayne's cousin or something.
Yeah, he was the toucan in Encanto.
Yeah.
And
Alan Tudyk. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't know which way they're going. It is being written and directed by the co-writer of Black Adam, who also co-wrote Rampage. So I guess him and The Rock are kind of close. So he co-wrote Black Adam, and now he's writing and directing this. So that's kind of
that'd be interesting.
I'm open to it. We have a lot of casting news this week. There's probably like 4 to 5 casting stories in here.
I saw the news about the chick that's playing Batgirl, how excited everybody was on set about Michael Keaton showing up.
I did not put that in here, but
I would have been like those 2 guys. I guess 2 of them are directing.
I think so. Co-directors, co-writers,
yeah.
Like that.
I would have been like them.
Yeah.
That was my Batman.
They were nerding out because it was Michael Keaton, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, who knows how all that's going to play with the way the Flash is being moved around and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll
get
yeah. Our main topic for this week is going to be about the DC universe. So.
Okay.
But still kind of staying with this this casting stuff. Justin Bartha.
Help me.
Well, when I read the story, it'll kind of connect. Will return for National Treasure Disney Plus series. He was the nerdy guy.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming back for the series.
Jesus.
But it's a whole new cast, and it's like I guess it's tangentially.
Come on! Nicolas Cage is having his rebirth.
Well, apparently they are working on a 3rd National Treasure movie. Apparently.
I've only watched both of those movies once in my life.
But this National Treasure show is supposed to be like a 10-episode thing. And it's like younger kids. So like I don't know. I hope it's good. Here's the thing about Disney Plus, okay? Let's just talk about Disney Plus for just a second.
Okay.
Sometimes Disney Plus commits and puts money into things and it's good.
Yeah.
Other times
they don't.
And it's not great. Turner and Hooch was fine at best.
I think with that, the more and more,
They're legally obligated.
the more and more I look back on it, because I follow him on Instagram and stuff. But Josh Peck. Yeah. They should have just did a movie.
Yeah.
It would have been better off as a movie.
Well, it feels like they're trying to mine all the Fox stuff, which granted, I mean obviously National Treasure is a Disney thing. But like it feels like they're trying to make sure they have content for Disney Plus, and so they're making things series that could have been a movie, but they're also committing less money to it, even though it is a series. And it's like it's in this weird area, right? Like there was the one with Buster from
Arrested Development. Yeah.
And like it was like a group of kids, and like they were at a school or something. Yeah. And then there was the one Stargirl movie that came out.
Yeah, that you was like obsessed with the soundtrack for like a good hot 2 months.
The soundtrack was fun, Maggie. How dare you? Okay, listen, you get a uke out there, and I'm gonna listen.
And also,
okay?
you invested into a marching band. You're sold.
That's true. That's very true.
It's very true.
I love marching band covers. I don't know
marching band covers. He's sold. Oh God, that means you'd love the Muse. Muse did one with the marching band.
The Muse.
Yeah, Muse.
Oh, Muse.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like the Muse from Hercules.
No,
that's why I was very
not
confused.
The Muses. No, no.
The band.
The
Muse.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could never tell if Muse
and they also did one that sounds like church music.
Oh, wow. See, okay, that actually plays into what I was about to say about Muse. I don't know if... I could never tell if Muse was just like rock goth or if they were like satanic. Okay. Like every once in a while, like there's that one song that they played for the Watchmen trailer, and I was like...
They do... They do well to sell that. They do well to sell that. But also, they did something weird at one award show.
Well, I really loved their song for...
I love them. I think they're a great band.
I love their song for Twilight. The Love is forever.
God, he can sing.
It's really good. I included that on Crisis on Infinite Matt's soundtrack, but that's a story
probably
for another
the
time.
summer before I got pregnant. That's what I was blasting, or if I was outside pulling weeds after that. Yeah. They do, but they really do have a marching band cover. I can't remember what song it is, though. Well, he's lost. Oh, God.
So come on! Alright, so moving on. The next, speaking of Disney Plus casting, speaking of people being in things, we got...
Oh my God, not this freaking joke again.
We got Walker Scobell.
I was about to say, if you say Walker Texas Ranger, I'm leaving.
There is a new Walker Texas Ranger.
I know there is.
And Dean
is
Sam.
Dean. Yes.
Well, Sam was in it.
Yeah.
But Dean came to direct an episode or something. Anyway.
Yeah.
He's
weird.
the kid from the Adam Project.
Oh.
He has been cast as Percy Jackson in the new Disney Plus series. They're making a series based on Percy Jackson.
Which I think would work.
I think that...
Because there's a lot of those books in there.
Yeah. I've always thought that Harry Potter and Percy Jackson and like stuff like that would make better shows with a good budget than trying to cram entire, year-long stories in a 2-hour movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then that'd be like, because like they can do certain episodes focusing on the gods.
Yeah.
Different gods.
And if they give it enough money, which I feel like they will, I feel like Percy Jackson is a big enough property that
it
they
does.
want to give money to. Give it about as much as you'd give like a Marvel show. Like I think it could. Work.
I think it could work. And that kid was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I loved him. I thought
he was really good.
Yeah. Speaking of people being in things, Susan Sarandon.
Ooh, what's she gonna be?
Will play villain.
Ooh.
Victoria Cord. Created for the movie that I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
In the new Blue Beetle movie, hitting theaters in 2023, starring and I'm gonna mispronounce his name.
Oh, I can read it if you need me to. Zolo. Mari do. Oh, that's gonna be a hard one.
Tough.
Zolo Mari Doina.
I could. Hey, you want me to do the
Enya. That.
What if I have
that mark above the N? I think it's Enya.
Can I?
Mari Doina. It should pronounce his name.
Yeah, it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't let me.
Zolo. I'm trying to remember. It's hard because you're like forced for like X amount of years in high school to memorize Spanish.
Yeah, and we suck. Like that's
That's why I thought maybe I could take a stab at it. Usually I can get pretty close. No, I can't. Mari Doina. Zolo Mari Doina. Mari Doina. Come at me. Just come at me. If I get it wrong.
Play.
Zolo Mari Dueña.
There you go. Just in case people didn't hear it.
Zolo Mari Dueña.
Zolo Mari Dueña.
There you go. Who is
I proud myself.
who's playing Jaime Reyes version of Blue Beetle from Young Justice. Like he was a Blue Beetle in other things, but it's that Blue Beetle, the one that's in Young Justice.
Okay.
Like it's not the same version of the character, but
it's that.
Yeah, like how Miles Morales is Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, but he's from Cobra Kai. It's the main kid from Cobra Kai.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, he'll do great. And Susan Sarandon's playing the bad guy.
Playing the bad guy. It's
Now,
great.
Here's the interesting thing. Victoria Ted Cord, was the original Blue Beetle. So, like, I wonder how all that works. Yeah, like, this character was created for the movie. So, like, she doesn't exist in the DC comics. But yeah, I mean, Blue Beetle, they've been trying to get a Blue Beetle movie or show or something made since...
Well, it needs to be made.
Since before Smallville was off the air.
It needs to be made.
It's really good.
It's a good story. I like it.
It's like an alien Iron Man... It's like a good version of Star Kid, okay?
Yeah.
It's really, really good, though. Plus, it kind of looks like Kamen Rider a little bit.
Yeah.
Like his outfit and stuff.
Yeah, it's...
there's your series to bring back. Bring back freaking Kamen Rider. And
talk to Saban, Matt. Talk to Saban.
No, talk to Nickelodeon. Or Hasbro, sorry.
That's Hasbro. Yeah, that is right.
All right.
Oh,
Speaking of... things that have happened.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Warner Brothers, Fantastic Beasts 3 came out this weekend. Now, we're not going to watch it.
No.
For multiple reasons, least of which is J.K. Rowling sucks. And so obviously we don't want to support that crap. Plus, it looks bad. The second one wasn't that good. And it just doesn't,
the first one, like, they should just kept... I don't know. I don't even know how you could just keep it at the first one and just keep going.
For a thing that's supposed to be about Fantastic Beasts,
it's not even about
It's not about that anymore,
It's like somebody said, hey, you know how old and decrepit Dumbledore looked like in Harry Potter? Well, you know what? Let's make him hot. And I mean,
I'm not against that.
I'm not against Jude Law being Dumbledore. I'm fine with that.
I'm not against like a prequel to Harry Potter at all.
No, I'm not either. But
the way they did it in this was
how
stupid.
They've done this trilogy. Like, I understand they're trying to explain multiple things, and like. They're trying to explain how this dude's got all these animals and how he travels around with them. Yeah. And then also you throw in the villain that was in the first one, which they should have kept. And
it should have just been Colin Farrell.
He
was fantastic.
He was
awesome. That's the thing. It's not about Johnny Depp. It's about Colin Farrell.
No.
Just being wonderful.
Yeah, and he was great. And then I was once a big Johnny Depp fan.
Yeah.
Then all this crap happened, with him
And
and
that's
his ex.
it's
That's
even
another
more
thing.
complicated now.
That makes it even more complicated.
Like there's
And,
other stuff. Now,
however, like I remember us being in the movie theater, and I remember there was rumors about Johnny Depp being in it.
Yeah.
And part of me was like kind of excited. I'm like, oh, where is he going to show up at?
Yeah.
You know, who's he going to be?
Yeah.
And then it turns out Colin Farrell was just a disguise, and I'm like, why? Why did you get rid of him? He is so good.
Colin Farrell, underrated.
He is
super underrated, man. Phone Booth is a classic.
And
alright?
like, I just remember, I'm like, oh, it's Johnny Depp using Colin Farrell as a disguise. This is stupid.
Well,
and then finding out that Johnny Depp's character in the second one somehow brothers with Dumbledore.
No, that's not what it is. He's Dumbledore's lover. But you know who was Dumbledore's brother?
Who was?
Ezra Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the weird kid in the first one that had like the. So here's the problem
There's
with
too many
Fantastic
things.
Beasts. Okay.
See, there's too many storylines.
Here's the problem with Fantastic Beasts. It was supposed to be a fun fantasy movie about monsters.
Yeah.
It had nothing really, like it was just in this world. It was a spin-off.
Yeah.
It's like how Detective Pikachu is a Pokemon movie, but it's not the only Pokemon movie.
But they
right?
even said that it would not have like no like name ties to Harry Potter.
But then Warner Brothers is stupid and shoehorned in and was like, oh, this made money. This is the next franchise, right? And it's actually the most important piece of the puzzle for Harry Potter and everything. So anyway, the main story of this story is Fantastic Beasts 3 came out, and if it tanks, Warner Brothers will not make another one.
Good.
They have not. They don't even have a script for a fourth one at this point.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
And I also have on here R.I.P. bitches. It's not gonna do good. It's already. I checked the numbers just to see like what it's doing.
There's no way.
It's the lowest of the three Fantastic Beasts, which is already the lowest.
It's not going to make its money back. It's
I think they
not.
said it's projected in the U.S. to make about 40 million opening weekend.
Yeah,
for a Harry Potter movie. I mean, you know, and it's not Harry Potter.
It's not Harry. It's not supposed to be about Harry Potter.
So yeah, honestly, I kind of forgot it was coming out. Like,
well, it's because we haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
And like, and we don't have cable or anything.
We hated the second one.
Yeah. Well, I can barely remember the second.
Yeah.
I can remember the first one better compared to the second one.
Watching the Wizarding Society deal with like World War II stuff.
That was cool.
Phenomenal.
That was cool.
Right?
Like
and
bringing America into it, like seeing the American side of the Wizards. That was cool.
Had the dude from Balls of Fury in it. You know? I mean, it would have been great.
Yeah.
You know?
And I really like that.
I even like the main guy.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah. And like, I thought
he plays that character very well too. But they didn't do it justice.
Yeah, they did a bunch of weird stuff. All right, anyway. So probably not getting a Fantastic Beasts 4. Thankfully. I say hopefully Discovery, which we'll talk more about Discovery side of stuff, but hopefully they look at the Harry Potter universe and decide to shake it up a little bit. I think it could be a good like HBO Max show. But again, we still, even if they do that, there's still all the J.K. Rowling shit that you have to deal with, you know? And so it's like, is it even worth it? Because I don't want to make her any more money. She doesn't do, she's
I wonder
a garbage person. What?
Well, she still has, I guess, creative hand in it.
She's going to get royalties at the very least. Even if they don't, even if for some reason she signed over creative rights, she'll still make money off the property because, I mean, it's her property.
It's her property.
Yeah. And the only thing would be if somebody made a play to outright buy the license Harry Potter.
That's what I was thinking.
Not even the license, but like the property, right? Yeah. And I mean, it could happen. I mean, Disney bought Star Wars, right? So I mean, like, if Warner Brothers really saw value in it and wanted to do that, and especially if they see that because of her stupidity, that it caused Fantastic Beasts to make less, right? And they got that game coming out. So like if they see that they're losing money off this and they think they could make more if they owned it outright and just cut J.K. Rowling out of it all together.
Oh my God.
They could. Now granted, she would get a hefty payday for that.
Yeah, but then she would no longer have her hands in it.
Exactly. And then the fans could celebrate because, you know, now the piece of crap isn't involved at all. And they can still love the characters that they loved in the first place.
People exist.
But I digress. So we'll see. Some short stories here. Godzilla could be in Call of Duty.
You brought that up. I'm like, no, I don't play Call of Duty.
I saw a little trailer for it. I don't know. It like just ends with kind of playing his voice and like the like just kind of like it doesn't show anything. So I don't know. I probably won't play it. I don't play Call of Duty. We like Fortnite. I suck at Call of Duty. Like I'm just not good at it.
You saw how it happened with me in Halo, so we can only imagine.
Like, but I love Godzilla. But they also did like the tie-in for PUBG, and we didn't touch that either. So I doubt I'd play it.
Ooh, PUBG.
Nostalgia. I'm gonna skip ahead to a story because staying within entertainment news. The Batman hits HBO Max today for the people listening. Monday for us. Why can't it come out today?
Because
on Saturday,
because they didn't want to do it during Easter weekend. I guarantee it.
Who cares?
I guarantee it.
I can't watch it until next week now, Like, I want to watch it, but I don't have 3 hours during the week to watch a freaking...
We don't.
I mean, we could watch an hour at a time,
I don't know. I know. It's rated R, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it's a hard PG-13.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know. See, because we've been letting our daughter watch some of the Marvel stuff and everything.
Yeah, if it's not too violent.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. As much as I want to watch it, I don't know if I want her to watch it.
I doubt. That's when I feel like it would just skew. I don't want her to get nightmares and stuff. Like, that's the thing is like, even if it's not anything, just think of the silhouette of Batman. Yeah. A horned shadow, and obviously red is a big color in this, and it's like I don't want her thinking about monsters,
Shoot. But she was looking at a pajama shirt that has League of Villains on it.
Yeah.
And it's Joker, and it's like all black and it's red, Steppenwolf and Lex Luthor and everybody on it. I was like, yeah, this is a great way of waking up to your mommy in the morning. Yeah. Seeing Lex Luthor looking at you.
It's fun. She's fun. And we don't typically watch anything like that.
No.
Like Spider-Man. We'll watch Spider-Man.
Yeah, she loves Spider-Man.
Definitely not anything crazy like Peacemaker or nothing. Jeez. We're not.
No, God, no.
It's not even the language that I'm that worried about. Like, it's just the visuals,
Yeah,
like, she's so young. I don't want her to have nightmares.
Blood and the violence.
Oh, yeah, definitely not that.
Yeah, like, we don't want that happening.
Anyway.
Guys, sorry the parental train came through. Sorry.
On the more fun side of things, well, actually, let's keep it on a downward. That way we can come out with the fun. Because if we do the fun now, then the story after that is not fun. Okay? I don't want to end on not fun. So, still with the fun, Digiorno announced 3 new breakfast pizzas. So if you're not aware, Digiorno has, and I'm pulling these up.
And let's see, the one's like cinnamon roll.
I'm pulling them. They have a croissant crust.
Yes, croissant crust.
I want to make sure everybody knows that they have croissant crust, which is really good. Really, really good. We really enjoy the croissant crust. Mm-hmm. So the 3 pizzas they announced is the sausage and gravy.
That one he's going to be eating by himself.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try all these. Cinnamon roll.
I'm down for that one. I'll eat that one by myself.
It'll be good. I've had cinnamon pizza before.
Oh, yeah. I said I'll eat that one by myself.
This last one, this is the one that gives me pause. Because I'm like, I don't know.
I'd be more amped to try it.
See, I feel like gravy lends itself more to pizza because it's a sauce. This next
hollandaise sauce is like cheese sauce.
Eggs Benedict.
Yeah. Almost. Inspired.
Yeah, it comes with scrambled eggs, diced ham, cheddar and mozzarella cheese with hollandaise style sauce on a croissant crust. I didn't realize they broke it down like that. So the cinnamon roll comes with cinnamon cream sauce, cream cheese crumbles, churro pieces, and cinnamon flakes on a croissant crust.
It has Maggie written all over it.
And then the sausage and gravy has sausage and gravy style sauce, cheddar, and mozzarella cheese on a croissant crust. It looks like there's actual like pieces of sausage too.
I don't know. I'm weird about breakfast
I
foods.
tried when I went to the store. I tried and they didn't have any. I was sad. It's like, oh man.
You need to hit them up on Twitter. Say, hey, Digiorno, send me a case of pizzas.
Hey, oh, here's the perfect thing. Let's clip it out. All right.
Digiorno.
Here we go. Digiorno.
Listen.
We love you.
Dearly.
We have been eating Digiorno pizzas
for a long time,
nonstop at least since the pandemic started. All right, because I was like, Maggie's pregnant. I don't know if it's safe to go get pizza, but I do know it's safe to make my own frozen pizza. So who did I turn to in our time of need? Digiorno. But Digiorno, here's the thing. I'm in need yet again for your glorious breakfast pizza. Let us have one of each. Just one of each. You don't have to send it. We're not crazy. No. We will do a taste review right here on the Hopefully Awesome show. And we won't even save it for the pre-show. And you know what? Only. We'll do it.
Let's make it spicy. We'll throw in one of these.
Yeah. Maggie will drink that. Maybe we'll drink some Coke Starlight. But you know what? Doesn't matter because we want you, Digiorno. We love you.
We love you.
We love your flaky croissant crust. Beautiful.
Hey, you could throw in a couple of stuffed crust pepperonis in there too.
That's sure. I mean, whatever you want to send, you know. Like, we're not going to tell you. We're not going to kick you out of bed or anything.
If you want, you know, we like to taste test.
Yeah.
We'll just send them our way.
Come on. All right. Somebody clip that out and send it.
We're lame.
Tweet it at Digiorno. Say hashtag hopefully Digiorno. All right.
My God.
Now let's take the train straight to hell. Elon Musk.
God.
Threatens to buy Twitter.
I feel like it's just a big old case of whoop.
Turd sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because anytime this man says anything, the whole entire internet goes into a frenzy.
It's true. And a lot of the time, it's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good stuff that he's saying.
Stupid. I'm
he's
sorry.
Posting Hitler memes and stuff, you know, and like.
Like I said, anytime this man does anything, everybody just throws a fit. Yes, I do not want him to own Twitter. No.
I would hate that so much. Like, and then where would we go? You know, I'm not going back to Facebook. I'm not going back.
No,
to Facebook.
Facebook's toxic.
You can't make me.
It's
go back.
toxic, man.
Can somebody just bring MySpace back? You know, or AIM?
Bury it. Let's just. Oh gosh, thank you, Jesus. There's nothing in it. Let's bring back MySpace.
I think I just said MySpace.
No, we bring it back. Like, we get on there, we start networking from it.
Okay.
Let's bring it back.
Take out the just space.
Oh, it's kind of like what Elon said to take the W out of Twitter, make it titter. I knew that make him laugh.
I was thinking more of the social network, but that's sure. So yeah, there's that. Just wanted to bring that up. Nothing really to say, although I guess we are starting to be at the turn of the social network, right? Like, it's about time for there to be a new one. I know we got TikTok, but I feel like a place to interact with others, you know?
Yeah. TikTok happened, it started getting popular during the pandemic and stuff. So, like, I say about another year or so, we'll probably see something else.
You think Discord would become the place?
I'm kind of surprised Reddit hasn't become the place.
Well, I mean, in its own way, it is. Like, that's the thing is, like, we talk about how we're not on Facebook, right? But, I mean, it still has billions of users. You know, like, it still has hundreds of millions of people on Facebook.
Bless them. That's all I can say.
I don't know if that's like bless, but whatever.
Keep them safe.
Hey, but you know what, Maggie? Speaking of technological things and spaces of people and where they leave their minds to interact with one another.
I don't know where he's going with this.
We finished Severance this week. While I was sick, we decided, hey, you know what would be the great way to rest your mind? We only got like
4 or 5 episodes left.
Let's just marathon through Severance.
Wow.
Let's stay spoiler free.
It's good.
You know, it's
must watch.
So good.
God, I don't.
Okay? So just sit on your hands. There you go. The teacher's coming out in you.
You don't have Apple TV Apple Plus TV?
Apple TV Plus.
Okay. If you don't have it, you need to invest in it because Ted Lasso's on there, After Party. Severance.
If you have an iPhone within the past, 2 years, you get 6 months free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at the very least, sign up.
Sign up for it.
I'm sure you get a month free anyway, but I would suggest, like you just said, Ted Lasso, The After Party, and Severance. 3 of maybe the best shows outside of a Marvel series of the past, 5 years. I'm trying to think, Peacemaker would obviously be on that list, but I really, Severance, when we first started Severance, I said it was like if Office Space met Lost.
Yeah.
That's what Severance is like.
Yeah.
And it's just so weird.
It is.
But in a good way.
So different. That story, that idea that they have in it is very interesting.
And at first, I'm kind of with Adam Scott's character at the beginning where
I'm
it's
oh, heck yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I understand. But then as you go into it more and more.
You're like, oh.
And
no.
the theological thoughts that they have of how what's right and wrong within the idea of Severance is it's just really good. I honestly at this point I think I would say if you had Apple Plus for a month and was just trying to get through everything that you could, but where should you start? I would say After Party. I think After Party is still start to finish one of the best things because it's a whole story.
Yeah.
It's done, right? Yeah. Even though there's going to be another season, and it's very stylized. Phil Lord and
Christopher Miller.
Yeah, they don't freaking miss. I mean, it's phenomenal.
They're the guys that brought us Spider-Verse. And also
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Also, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
And 22 Jump Street.
And Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too.
Didn't they do? Am I wrong? Didn't they do the Lego movie?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Definitely watch After Party. Their humor is great.
Spider-Verse alone should give them the get out of jail ticket, right? Watch anything that they do at this point because of at least that.
Yeah, but I was watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs in my class the other day and I went so crazy. I was like, they wrote this? This is before Spider-Verse. I think it was even before Lego movie.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I think that's what they got them, the Lego movie.
Yeah, and it's good. And also, didn't they do Meet the Netflix movie? Meet the...
Oh, the Mitchells versus the Machines.
Mitchells,
they did, and that was really good.
That was really good. So, hello.
Yeah, that's right, because they did 21 Jump Street, and then in Lego movie... Channing Tatum and
Jonah Hill's in
it. Aren't they Superman and Green Lantern?
Yes, Superman's Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, really Superman. Good. Hey, I can fly too. He's like, oh, great.
Doesn't he say something about kryptonite? Doesn't he grab it? I don't know. We need to rewatch the Lego movie. I love that movie.
Says, I'm green like kryptonite or something like that. Yeah. I can't remember.
Well, I just remember Superman willing to die so he didn't have to hang out with Green Lantern.
And then when they get captured, they're in the cells right next to each other. And Superman's like, please take me now.
What a great freaking film that was. That ending is still just perfect.
It made me sad that most of the kids in my room had never watched it. So I think I had 3 or 4 kids that said, I've watched this before. I've got this movie. I said, that's great. Don't spoil it for the rest of them.
But yeah, so I would say After Party for sure. And then depending on what you're wanting, right? Ted Lasso is perfect.
If you want something, if you've had a crappy day, and you need just some positive reinforcement in your life, and you need a smile on your face, Ted Lasso is the way to go.
Ted Lasso restores your faith in humanity.
Oh Jason Sudeikis. Oh my god.
Severance instills in you your doubt for humanity. Right?
I would just say if you work an office job, a day job.
I would say it has the same effect as Office Space.
Yeah.
If you hate your job, Office Space makes you want to quit your job. And I would say Severance
could possibly make you feel like that. Now, if you are a person that likes... I could see people that like the crime podcast, true crime podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I could see them really being into Severance because it's a very much...
it's a mystery.
It's a mystery, a thriller.
Yeah.
It keeps you thinking... I can see somebody that's really
Yeah.
into those liking this. So
What's really funny though is that at no point have we mentioned the morning show, and like that was
Oh,
the show
we-
that made us get
yeah,
Apple TV.
yeah.
We really
Jennifer
liked the first
Aniston,
season.
Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell's in it.
I think
But
we
it-
dropped the second season because it just focused too much on COVID, and it was just like we're living.
Well, it was starting. It was starting to do
And
it.
I think we were just like, I'm not ready to enjoy a fictional take on this because I'm
The
still
first
freaking
season-
living it. You know.
The first season's really good, though. I mean, it got multiple awards for its first season.
Apple TV, I would, and this is, we'll make this quick. If I was to rank like streaming services, Apple TV would be lower on my list. Like
Yeah.
if we lost Apple TV, I wouldn't be upset. Until like the next season of Ted Lasso.
Oh,
or
God.
something. And then I'd be like, all right, well, let's at least get it for
Yeah.
a month. But I would put it like I would say number one for us is Disney. And then number two would be HBO Max, mainly because of Sesame Street and all the kids stuff for Viv. And then I would say probably Hulu.
Yeah, YouTube.
Well, YouTube. Okay, if we're putting YouTube in the mix, that's number one. Okay,
Yeah.
like I watched way too much YouTube stuff. I enjoy that much more. So I would say YouTube, then Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix, and then Apple TV. Like I feel like
Those two can interchange.
yeah, just depending on what's come out. Like when Stranger Things comes out, Netflix obviously takes it. But Severance season 2 comes out, then Apple TV would probably take a notch up.
Yeah.
And then like way down low would be Paramount Plus. And I can't. I didn't even think about like Amazon Prime. I don't count that as one.
It,
we just
the
never-
app on, well, we have Apple TVs. Like,
Yeah,
the Amazon app on it is, I don't know. I think the
messy.
Amazon app on anything would be messy.
yeah.
I think I didn't like it even when I had a Fire tablet. I didn't like messing with it.
This stuff is not of good quality.
They did not, they're just using those things to make a quick buck. I was telling my mom that the other day because I found my old Fire tablet.
Oh God.
And I said, well, I'll take it with me because it doesn't need to be outside in the shed in like almost 90-degree weather. It's coming up soon.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, yeah, they don't care about how these are made. It's just cheaply made. And that's why they sell them for so cheap. And that's why they don't last as long. So Amazon doesn't really.
Yeah. Well, they
Pay
just want their
money,
money.
yeah.
And they.
It's crappy.
I remember when we got our Fire Stick, and like who knows, they may have gotten better, but like when we got it, it was awful. It was slow. I would hit the button. It would take 2 seconds before anything would actually happen. Drive me insane.
Well, didn't we have it at our old apartment too?
Yeah, but that shouldn't matter. Like I know the internet
Internet,
was
oh,
terrible,
God.
but like just the functionality of the stick itself was just. No, we really love our Apple TV. I think that's been the thing. Which mom, she has the Roku stuff, and I mean it seems to work.
Yeah,
okay.
the Roku stuff. The few times I've
I
gotten
know
to mess with
Billy,
it.
they have Roku, and they seem to
Yeah,
work
but like, Lord.
the main reason I like the Apple TV is because one, it's 4K, so I mean there's that. But I can also like pair my phone with it. And we can AirPlay stuff. There'll be times we pull up
nice.
TikTok and just watch it on the TV together. Like,
Yeah, it's nice to have.
fun. But hey, you know what else is nice? Maggie?
Funimation be my number one app.
Funimation. Well, it's getting ready to go away.
Oh yeah, it's
Crunchyroll.
God, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
I dread that.
Hey, but you know what,
my
Maggie? You know what I
heart.
don't dread?
What?
Hearing about our Patreon.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Did you know you could get exclusive content at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome?
You can?
Yeah, you can. Head on over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome for more details.
But wait, there's more.
Huh?
Oh yeah, to celebrate the launch of our Patreon, we are giving all our new patrons a special reward.
What's the special reward?
Well, Maggie, let me tell you, you're gonna love this, okay? Buckle up and pull up your socks, because I'm about to knock your shoes off, okay?
Oh, no.
That's right. Every new patron that signs up before May 1st will get their name listed on every episode of the Hopefully Awesome show for an entire year.
An entire year? That's crazy.
I know it is. So head on over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome and get all the details right now. All right, we are back. Hope you enjoyed that. So Maggie, it's time for our main topic today. I've got a little bit of a story to read, so I figure I'll just read through it. If you have something you want to interject, that's fine. I would like to get through the entire story, but I mean, if something pops up that we want to touch on real quick. So earlier this week, because of the Warner Brothers Discovery merger, the new president, I believe, which that's what we're getting ready to figure out, talked about wanting to reinvigorate the DC universe. Right.
About time.
A few years ago, when we first started this podcast,
That's what we talked about.
We talked about the death of the DC universe. Yeah, because it was when Henry Cavill posted that video of him like holding the Superman, you know, and like nobody knew if he was coming back, and he wasn't in Shazam and stuff, and so we were saying that the DC universe had died. Yeah, and then of course, you know, Aquaman came out and made $1 billion, and Shazam, Wonder Woman 2, Birds of Prey, and yeah, they've actually continued to be very profitable since then.
Birds of Prey.
So were we wrong? Obviously, yes,
obviously.
we were. But we thought it'd be fun to kind of read over the story and then talk about what we kind of hope for the DC universe. Thoughts, ideas. I don't know. We'll just see where the topic takes us. So, I'm reading this. I believe it's from Variety.
Okay.
So, the new owners of all things Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are exploring an overhaul of DC Entertainment. Multiple sources close to the situation told Variety. It's been less than a week since Discovery closed its $43 billion deal for Warner Media, joining one of the largest producers of reality programming with one of the most venerable entertainment brands under the new moniker of Warner Brothers Discovery. Fantastic name. Better than Time Warner, I guess. What was it? AOL Time Warner was the name at one point. Yeah. David Zaslav, Zaslav, Zaslav. The CEO of the combined companies and top leadership have been toying with the idea of turning DC into its own solidified content vertical, the sources said. The move would potentially affect DC feature film development in the Warner Brothers Pictures Group, streaming series at Warner Brothers Television, and the creative arm within DC proper, all in an effort to have the desperate elements more closely aligned in order to maximize the value of the superhero stable, one often seen as punching up against Marvel. So, I mean, they're obviously talking about all facets of DC, right? Including the comics. Vox Cinemas slated for Variety Achievement in International Exhibition Award at Cinemacon. I think that might have been, in there. That may have been a copy and paste error. Before the merger closed, Zaslav vetted candidates with experience in creating and nurturing blockbuster intellectual property with the goal of potentially finding someone to serve as a creative and strategic Caesar.
Kevin Feige, in other words.
Similar to what Marvel has in Kevin Feige. One of those candidates includes Emma Watts, a former top film executive at 20th Century Studios and Paramount, but it does not appear that Watts will take the job. One insider suggests Zaslav was less interested in finding a creative guru and more eager to hire someone who had the type of business background needed to keep all the different factions at DC working more harmoniously. Now, someone has referenced, and I don't know if that'll be in this, but I saw on Twitter where someone kind of...
Reggie.
No. Where they kind of compared that to the Kathleen Kennedy with Favreau and...
That Filoni.
Yes. That they would be more the creative. And so instead of having Kevin Feige, who does it all, that they would maybe go that route. So like someone that's more business focused for the history and have someone who is super creative.
I could see them doing that.
I think that'd be great. Because, I mean, there's only one Kevin Feige. You know, I think after all these years, I think it's...
Put in Kevin Smith.
I don't know. I love Kevin Smith.
I miss a joke.
I mean, his name is Kevin, you know? Maybe that's what the key is. Kevin! All right. Insiders say that Zaslav believes that the success of the merger, one that has left the company highly leveraged, will rest in no small part on unlocking the full potential of the DC Comics universe of characters. Discovery insiders believe that although DC has achieved cinematic success with recent films such as Aquaman and The Batman, it lacks a coherent, creative, and brand strategy. Discovery believes that several top-shelf characters, such as Superman, have been left to languish and need to be revitalized. They also believe that projects like Todd Phillips' Joker are a shining example of how second-build characters from the DC library can and should be exploited. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is another example. DC has started to figure out ways for its big screen films to inspire more streaming content. Recent examples include the HBO Max show Peacemaker, which was a spinoff of the Suicide Squad.
So good.
As well as an upcoming planned series on Colin Farrell's The Penguin and Gotham City's police force. The company believes that DC must do more to grow its approach to comic book fare, including bolstering gaming. Under Walter Hamada, who took over DC Films from John Berg and Jeff Johns in 2018, the unit has achieved more consistency in terms of both the critical and commercial reception of the company's movies. He is under contract until the end of 2023 and could play an important role in whatever Zaslav has planned. Zaslav has pledged to find $3 billion in synergies in the newly merged company, a signal of how important cost-cutting will be to Warner's new owners. Mining DC's library of characters could help control spending at Warner Brothers Discovery, as Warner Brothers Discovery owns the underlying intellectual property, insiders say. Upcoming DC projects include a sequel to Zachary Levi's Shazam, a sequel to Jason Momoa's Aquaman, the long-awaited franchise-started Black Adam with Dwayne Johnson, and a third installment of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. So, that is where we are, the state of the DC universe.
Well, like I was telling you yesterday, they could very easily have their own Doctor Strange-esque type characters, because there's people like me. I love magic-based stuff. I love magic-based characters, and with Zatanna, that would be so great.
Imagine,
she's such a good character.
Imagine if you had Doctor Strange, but it was a hot woman in leggings. All right, that's the Tana.
They'll put her in the pants. They'll put her in the pants. Or even, he's supposed to be in Black Adam, Dr. Fate.
Yes,
which is Pierce Bronson.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, that's phenomenal. What great casting that is. Every time I remember that. Like every time we see it, it's like,
his picture. Phenomenal. His picture, I think they've shown from the movie or something. Just the way his hair is styled. Great. I'm like,
Dr. Fate's one of the coolest.
Yeah, he is.
Just the way he
cool
looks
character.
And everything. Yeah.
Scary. I think scary.
I'll be honest. Yeah. What I like, Dr. Fate's almost like Moon Knight in a way.
Yeah. Scary.
If Khonshu took over.
Yeah.
The from
the helmet.
But honestly, after reading all that, I'm definitely excited for sure. Like it sounds like they are wanting to make money, right? But
finally,
in a good way. And DC's approach has been so. It's like they didn't know what they were doing.
No,
or what they were wanting from it, you know?
And I would get excited if I knew, if we knew if Jeff Johns was helping out with it sometimes.
So, there's apparently Jeff Johns wasn't the best
person to work with.
The whole Cyborg Justice League stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Never mind, I take it back.
Yeah. Which it's really funny because the more we find out about all the situations of things that happened during the Justice League, the more we find out, the more we know that Zack Snyder is actually probably the best part of all of this.
Yeah, it's true.
Is not what I would have thought.
No,
based on the work that he's made, based on Sucker Punch, right?
Oh yeah,
I would be like, oh, he's probably sexist in a way. But no, he's seems to be
guy.
A really freaking cool dude. He's very speaking out about mental health issues and stuff. And
given what happened where he was making Justice League, God love his heart. Yeah, of course he's gonna stand up for that.
Yeah,
and I think if whoever they choose to take over creatively or business wise, however they're going to, they better keep him.
Yeah,
they need to keep him either director or writer type, or even a producer, they need to keep him nearby because he's a good guy and he apparently loves DC.
Well, I think the one thing that this article touches on that is very accurate, right? That the new president person says, is that DC is able to step in both worlds of being, more family friendly, but also being the more mature stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely think there's a place there's totally a place for there to be the Snyderverse alongside anything else we do, right?
Well, you even said yourself yesterday that Marvel is starting, in some ways, having a harder time to make it family friendly in some aspects. When DC, isn't it what you're saying?
I don't know.
I could.
No, you're
I
fine.
could have hallucinated the whole thing.
I'm trying to remember what we're talking about.
Well, you brought it up, and you're like, "Well, we better not get too much into it because we're going to talk about it on the show." But like you said, with DC, they could very easily make things.
I think I was saying the opposite of that. I was saying that Marvel has a harder time.
My brain.
You're fine. They have a harder time going mature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
like
it is.
They're good family friendly.
Yeah, they're good family.
Yeah.
But DC.
But like, when they tend to go a little bit darker, obviously the Netflix shows notwithstanding, even something like the Eternals, which was much more adult, just in tone.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Which I even warned somebody. I said, if you watch this, because I knew they had a child.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
no.
Well, I said it's more serious. I said, I'll put it this way: it's kind of like a drama.
Oh yeah.
I said it's good. Don't get me
really
wrong.
Good. Yeah, it's a really.
I
good
said,
film.
but your kid might be just a smidgen bored with it because if they're used to Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah, because that's not what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, they tend, and like obviously that didn't do as well, right? Like I guess that's the point I was trying to get to. And so like we see them doing stuff like Moon Knight, which has been good.
So good.
We're like 3 episodes in right now.
God.
It's good, but it's also like you can tell they're kind of holding back. And like I start to think about, okay, well, what are they going to do when we actually do get Wilson Fisk?
Yeah.
When we do get Daredevil, when we see those things, how hard are they going to go? What's going to happen when we get Deadpool? Right? Like that's the real answer to this.
Hey.
Like, can the Marvel Studios brand exist in both worlds?
Yeah.
Whereas DC has already proven they can. Now, granted, they don't do it as, like, they can exist, but they don't do as well in either, right? I think they make more off of the harder stuff than they do
definitely.
the more friendly stuff.
Definitely. I mean, they have cartoons and stuff, and the cartoons apparently do well.
Yeah.
Because they're selling merchandise.
DC Super Pets looks phenomenal.
Oh my God,
right?
so
like,
excited.
I can't freaking wait to watch that. And like that is a very family friendly, obviously.
Yeah.
But then you compare that to like the Batman that just came out, and like it's a much more harder tone.
Yeah.
And like it also did really well. So like DC has that.
It can do it. It can do it. But like they have HBO Max.
Yeah.
On their side.
Yeah, and they just need to be able to. I think what's
Disney.
missing.
I think Disney just needs to be like, okay, we need to just breathe.
Yeah.
Let's let things be.
I mean, because Disney is such a family brand.
I don't.
And like,
would they benefit from? I don't know. It may be the wrong thing to do. I'm not a business person. I'm a bachelor's degree in education. Would they benefit from just? I don't know. If flopped with DC, would they just be better off making just a Marvel app? So that it's not tied with Disney Plus.
I think what you're suggesting would work better as a Hulu, like if they put their harder stuff on Hulu, right? Yeah. Since Disney owns Hulu now.
Yeah.
I think they own it outright. I know most stuff that is on there. But here's the thing. They want money, right? The more eyes on something you get, the more money it makes, obviously. So by having Disney be the home of Marvel, like you get the money for that,
you get
right?
the money,
like you have everything on there. And so that's what's tough about it, is like it's at odds with itself. Like it's starting to get to the point where, can they, which I mean, is Logan on Disney Plus? Like I know they've got some of the old X-Men stuff.
I'll look.
I know they got some of the old Fox Marvel stuff. And like, it's not that I don't think they can do it. I think it's just hard for the, $3.8 billion in-game money, families and people that watch that to, I don't think they're expecting to make as much leadway if they do lean into the R-rated stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I think they can, but I think obviously it doesn't make as much. And if it doesn't make as much, then I think Kevin Feige's starting to, have a tougher road of being like, hey, we can do these fun, Spider-Man stuff, but we also still need to keep the diversity of these harder stories as well, just to keep the brand from getting stagnant. And Disney's going to be like, well, do we? Because they don't make money. So, what?
Ooh, well.
It doesn't matter.
Wait, huh? What was this?
Logan is either on Disney Plus or it's on Hulu. It's on one or the other.
I think it's on Disney Plus. It's just the first thing it popped up as an article. Oh, there it is. No, cancel. No, what on earth are you doing? It said like it wasn't in the Disney Plus catalog, but then it says Logan on Disney Plus in the article below it. And so I clicked on it, and guess what? It takes me to Disney Plus. So I think it is.
I think they may have added it recently.
Because it said Logan is not a part of the catalog of Disney Plus, which since its appearance on the market was presented as an offer with family content because Disney Plus was. So I say it is on there. I say since the addition of the X-Men stuff.
They've gone back and out of it.
Yeah. And I guarantee it. Isn't Daredevil on there now too?
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah. All that stuff is on there. And so, I mean,
there's another one.
Which, remember, we had to opt into it. We had to opt into allowing mature rated stuff on there. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Just to clear up this whole line of conversation.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
No, you're fine. I definitely think Marvel can go harder. I don't think that's the issue. And I don't think the issue would be them doing R-rated or, heavy PG-13 stuff. I don't think that'd be an issue. I think the issue they would run into is that stuff not making as much as the more family-friendly toned stuff like Spider-Man, like Avengers, like Iron Man, right? Which is funny that Iron Man is considered family-friendly when you consider that he's a drunk and alcoholic and stuff. But anyway, I digress.
And also, Deadpool's part Fox.
Yeah, but the point I'm saying is because that stuff doesn't make the R-rated stuff, the harder stuff, doesn't make as much money as the more family-friendly stuff. That's going to be what they're going to come up against with the higher-ups in Disney of saying, well, why do we want to create this harder stuff that doesn't make as much money as the stuff that makes, because you compare, Moon Knight, right? Let's just take Moon Knight. You compare that to Endgame, right? I mean, I don't think if you released a Moon Knight movie right now, I do not think it would make as much money.
No.
And I mean, even a factual thing that happened, the Eternals, right? It did not make anywhere close to as much money as Avengers, as Guardians of the Galaxy, as all these other things. Again, it's funny that we're calling a James Gunn movie family friendly. James freaking Gunn of all people, that's family friendly now. Anyway,
love you, James Gunn.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Peacemaker is one of the best shows ever made.
Scooby-Doo's the best of all time.
Oh my god. So anyway, all that to say, DC has that capability of being able to straddle that world, right?
Yeah.
And so I think the biggest issue that they need to solve is what their plan is.
How hard are they going to go?
Yeah. Like right now, their goal has been, let's make good filmmakers make good movies and not worry about it.
That's what somebody said on, saw somebody say on Twitter. They're like, why can't they just let them be? Let the filmmakers do it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Work. We're beyond that.
I'm sorry. We're in a world now that we have 2-part movie that shows everybody that has been introduced in the movies.
Marvel changed things. It doesn't work that way anymore.
It doesn't. And so now we are having DC fans like us that would very much like, we got Justice League, you know. Finally. Is that, yeah. We got that, but like, you know.
I think none of us would say that was the way we wanted it.
No, like we want the universe to be set up.
Like Man of Steel is not the movie you base a universe off of.
No,
I love Man of Steel.
It's good.
And Batman v Superman is still a good movie.
Oh yeah,
I stand by Batman v Superman.
We stand by it.
But
we love it.
Those are not the movies you build a $1 billion franchise off of.
Like,
it's just not, you know?
I mean, I loved the first one, Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Aquaman.
Yeah,
and I think those...
Fun. It was silly.
Yeah, it was silly. But...
God, do you remember... Sorry, I'm just thinking about his brother's hair. How stupid.
Yeah, God, why did they give him
that hair? I wanted to say Patrick Willems. That's not who it is.
His name is Patrick.
Right, it's Patrick Warburton.
No,
he looked so stupid. He looked so dumb. God,
yes.
Why the dude from Conjuring?
But
Patrick Wilson? Is that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they know who I'm talking about.
But like, we see this, like, because I associate myself, if I think back to when I was growing up, I knew more about DC versus Marvel. Like, I knew Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I knew Fantastic Four.
I think DC was obviously bigger
in the 90s. Yeah, I mean,
the Batman movies alone.
Yeah, well, also the comic books. Look what happened all in the 90s.
Death of Superman.
And Batman had his back broken by Bane.
Yeah.
I remember my brother having that one, and I just remember looking at him like, oh my God, this happened to Batman?
Yeah. And Marvel got like super oversaturated.
Yes.
Yeah, because they were putting so many number ones and stuff. Probably why they went bankrupt in the 90s.
That makes sense. Yeah. So, to me, when I think about DC Universe, I want Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman,
Green Lantern.
Good
Green Lantern, for God's sakes, please.
I want them all at some point, not in the first movie.
No.
But at some point, I want them all to be having a conversation with each other at some point. But like, you've got to build that.
Yeah.
You can't just throw everybody in the pot and be like, hey, look what's happening. Look what we did.
Yeah, here's the thing. I do think you can start with a team up. Okay. I don't want to just throw that out. No. But I'm saying, like, I think making a movie like that is possible.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder to do because you look at something like Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. We didn't know any of those characters.
No.
And I mean, they are a team, and we met each individual person in that, and we cared about each individual person in that.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie.
You can do that. Yes.
You can totally do that.
Yes.
But,
with the writing.
Yeah. Hey, we're back. Our camera said we were going on too long and stopped on us. So, this happens every time. We really need to start shrinking the episode,
Well, I think we had too many news thingies.
I think we did. And then, of course, we just went on and on about, is the Mountain Dew coming back up?
Oh, that was awful. It's not even acid. It's just hot.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, all that to say, if DC can get a plan in place, I think they've got a good shot, and it's nice to see that they are wanting to do something. Mm-hmm. I think
they're showing that they're going to care.
Yes, and I think to sum it all up, we're open to the idea. I think most people would be open to the idea of having multiple versions of characters at the same time. If they can explain it.
Yes.
If they want to do standalone movies like the Batman, like the Joker, that are self-contained, have nothing to do with the larger universe, that's fine. But we also would like a shared universe of other things. And the multiverse is at play. And, you can kind of use the multiverse to have your cake and eat it too. Mm-hmm. So, like, the Batman can take place in the Batman universe with nothing else going on.
That's true.
But a warp in space and time can open, and here's Rob Pattinson coming through, and he's going to kick some butt and then leave and go back to his world and never mention it again, right? Like, they could do crap like that, I would love a movie called The Batman, where it's just all of the Batman,
Can we just have... Can we have Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Of Robert Pattinson.
Rob Pattinson.
In the same room.
I want Ben Affleck, Rob Pattinson,
Michael Keaton,
George Clooney.
Oh God,
Val Kilmer. Adam West died, unfortunately.
Yeah,
R.I.P. King. What's his name? Bruce Timm. Not Bruce Timm.
No, I know the voice.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
I'd put him in there. You know, I don't know. Has there been any other live action Batmans? I said Christian Bale, right?
No, you didn't. No, you never said Christian Bale. It's so funny.
And honestly, throw Lego Batman in there. I don't care. You know, throw him in there. He doesn't have to be Lego, or he can be Lego. I'm fine either way.
Let him be little.
I would be fine if it was just what's his name? First try.
Oh, I can't think. I'm trying to think of his name. Job.
Yes.
From Arrested Development.
I'd be fine. They put him in a cowl, and it's literally just Job from Arrested Development. I'd so be down for that. You kidding me? But no, I always thought a Batman movie would be good. Yeah, totally. Yeah. That would be wonderful. You know, I mean, Sony has proven you can do crap like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't matter. I mean, now
time and time again.
Don't let Sony be your perch that you want to aim for, right? Because God help us, Morbius. Oh Jesus.
We haven't even watched it.
No, but we know.
But we know.
We watched Carnage. That was enough. Okay, that was enough to keep me from watching a Sony movie anytime soon. They lied. All right, I thought I had to watch friggin' Carnage. Those pieces of crap. They didn't get me again. Fool me once, Sony. Shame on you. Fool me twice. I'm gonna punch you in the dick. So here we go.
Dang, Matt.
So yeah, I think that's all we have to say about the DC universe. But here's the main thing, Maggie. What do they think? What does our audience think about the DC universe? What are your thoughts?
What do you want to see?
Do you think just having one set of heroes that cross over with each other and that's not a multiversal thing, do you think that would be more appropriate for DC? Do you think DC should stay where they are, where they're just making standalone movies that don't necessarily interact with each other? Or do you think they should have their cake and eat it too and actually interact those things together? Let us know in the comments.
Let them have their cake.
You can tweet at us at Hopefully Awesome and let us know your thoughts, or you can leave a comment on the YouTube version of this podcast. That would actually be super helpful, so we would really appreciate that. You can rate us on all the podcast networks that you use, Spotify, iTunes. It should be on others. If we don't pop up on the podcast service that you use, let us know. Mm-hmm. We will get us added. I believe I've got it pretty much everywhere. I know we're on Google Podcasts now also. But yeah, just let us know. We're more than happy to share. And hey, next up, we got our post show.
Hey! Yeah!
Big movie quiz.
I can't wait.
Maggie is winning so far. So if you want to check out the next section of our big movie quiz, then head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can join and be a part of the fun. We also have our monthly movie club that we have been doing, where we are watching a movie and doing a commentary over it. Next month is Doctor Strange. So yeah, head on over there. But if you can't do that, a like, subscribe, and share would go a long way to supporting us. We really appreciate you. We hope that you enjoyed this today. Thank you for watching, and as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.